Hello, dear soul family. Welcome to the Meditation Mama podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay, mama to 3 highly sensitive and intuitive children, and founder of the Meditation Mama Company. On this show, we talk about spirituality, parenting, motherhood, personal growth, intuition, and shifting old paradigms so that you can live your most authentic, soul-aligned life. Each month, I also release special guided meditations that open your heart, expand your consciousness, and soothe your nervous system. Before we begin this mini episode, I just want to let you know that I've opened up some additional spots for Rainbow Energy Healing Sessions at the end of December and also for January because so many people are requesting and booking right now. There's a big theme coming through that I'm noticing in these sessions with a lot of heart healing that needs to be done, a lot of releasing there, a lot of releasing blocks in the throat as well, and also clearing out a lot of overthinking I'm noticing in the crown. So with your Rainbow Energy Healing Session, every experience is different, but you experience healing on all levels: emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. And I work with the angelic realm and also the archangels to cleanse, clear, balance your energy, release any blocks, connect you more deeply to your life purpose, your soul purpose, and also your intuition. And I think everyone's favorite part is the debrief that I do at the end, where I share all of the amazing messages that come through from the angels and from your higher self. Each session leaves you feeling so clear, so supported, and you'll feel really, really energized going forward. So it's just a beautiful thing to do for yourself over the holidays or in January, kind of get that reset going into the new year. A lot of people have been asking for balance or for clarity for the new year. And the messages that are coming through are just incredible and really helping them kickstart 2025. So if you're interested, check out themeditationmama.com and you can book a Rainbow Energy Healing session there, or feel free to message me or DM me on Instagram with any questions. Welcome back to the podcast. As we go into this holiday season, a lot of us end up spending time with people that maybe we wouldn't normally spend time with, whether it's certainly certain family members or partners, family members. And some of those people can be a real challenge. It can be extremely challenging to hold a positive energy, and we can get really, really triggered. And I am absolutely no exception here. I was really struggling with someone in particular last year. And so I want to share a message that came through in meditation about this. So if you listen to my episode on the holidays and reframing the stress and the chaos, you know that I went to a Law of Attraction Abraham Hicks workshop at the beginning of November that was just incredible. I've read Ask and It Is Given. I followed Abraham Hicks for a good amount of time, but something about being in that environment just really solidified a lot for me. And one of the things they mentioned is that it's really important that we reframe our triggers as contrast. This is showing you not only what you do not want, but ultimately, because it's showing you what you do not want, it's showing you what you do want. And if someone is triggering you, that's somewhere to look deeper within yourself. Why am I feeling triggered? Is it a mirror? Am I actually seeing a piece of myself that I do not like, that I don't want to be in them? Or are they simply just showing me what I don't want and what I don't want to be? So that was really interesting for me to kind of take in that question and look at it through that lens. Another thing that was brought up in this workshop is that so many people are just calibrating to the energy of those around them versus holding their energy and having everyone else calibrate to them. So I know I have struggled with this, honestly, like my whole life. I know I've talked a lot on this podcast about how I'm a super empath. And if you're listening, you're probably very empathic and sensitive too. And when you're feeling other people's emotions so deeply, it can really start to rub off on you and you can just take it on as your own. And so it can be great when you're around someone who's like so high vibe and so positive, and then you're like, yeah, I'm feeling really good too. And you're laughing and having a good time together. But it can be really tough to hold your positive energy when you're around someone who's really grouchy or they're complaining a lot. And I feel like I see this a lot with moms where there's almost this sort of this like lower level bonding, like a lower level emotional bonding, where like one will complain about something, like say they're complaining about their husband doing something, and then you're in a group and another one's like, oh yeah, and my husband does this, and another one's like, yeah, me too. And it's a form of bonding, but like I said, it's this like lower level bonding. So I feel like I see a lot of that too. But really what's happening on an energy level is everybody's calibrating to the person that was complaining and like shifting their energy to also be in that mode. So it's really interesting once you start to notice this, and then you can start to catch it for yourself. It's something that I'm still very much working on. Some days I do a great job. Other days I do not do a good job at all. So the goal here is for you to just hold your energy and hold that like high positive vibration so well that nothing can kind of throw you off kilter, and that everybody in the room ends up calibrating their energy to you. And that includes the really challenging people. And maybe they are steadfast in who they are and they won't shift positively when you're around. Maybe they are just so headstrong and so stubborn that they're going to hold their negativity even if you are holding your positivity, and you just have to let that be okay. And one thing that I have come to realize is that everyone's on their own journey and we're all at different places and different stages. We all have our own beliefs, and this and that can be true. It can all be okay. And it's not our job to change people. They have to decide for themselves if they would like to, shift from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, for example. But it's not our job to change them. We just have to sometimes just accept people. And so I want to share this message that I received in meditation on challenging people. Can you hold another in a space of love despite their energy and actions? Can you look at them through the lens of compassion, regardless of your own resonance? This is not a test or a punishment to have this person in your life. It is a lesson in patience, compassion, acceptance, love, and embodying the person you are meant to become. Learning not to lower your energy and your frequency by sending them the same energy they send you is part of this lesson. You wish so badly to figure them out, to put them in a box, to understand their motives and their actions more fully. But this is not your job. Your job is to accept and learn this lesson with grace and compassion, and to recognize them as part of the oneness that you too come from, and to look at where you're triggered and go deeper there for yourself. Learning this lesson comes from owning and accepting it, so embrace it. So just reframing a higher perspective on the challenging people in your life and how you can actually really learn from these relationships. And just remembering that having these sort of contrasting experiences really just shows you what you do want, and to focus on that. We live in a world full of duality. And I am such a firm believer that the way that we change the world for the better is not by trying to change other people. People are going to do what they're going to do. And if someone's not ready to change, they're just, your words will fall on deaf ears. We change the world by changing ourselves for the better and healing what we need to heal within ourselves and living from our heart and from our soul in a space of love and compassion. I truly believe that is how we shift the world. And as mamas, being that example for our children, because whether or not you're conscious of it, they are seeing, feeling, hearing everything that you do, and you are really guiding them to live from the heart. And so I just want to share one quick practice that I recently learned from Lee Harris, who's just an incredible spiritual mentor, so grounded. If you haven't heard of him, check his work out. But he mentioned to really make your energy that much more magnetic and radiant and strong, so that people can really just feel that love, and just feeling that energy is going to affect everyone you come into contact with. Sit and focus on a happy memory and the feeling of it for just a few minutes a day. And it could be the same memory every single day, or it could be a different memory every day. Because he also was mentioning how humans have a tendency to just get together and commiserate. Now sit and just focus on that happy memory for a few minutes a day. And this is very much what I was also saying with reframing the holidays, is just focusing on that feeling. That will bring more of this to you, but also it will just make your energy so much more, like I said, radiant. And people are just going to feel that positive shift just being around you. And again, that helps change the world. So, with that being said, let me know how this resonated for you. And I'm sending you so much love as you go about your day. So, with that being said, let me know how this resonated for you. I'm sending you so much love as you go about your day and as we move through this holiday season. And I'll see you next time. So, with that being said, thank you so much for listening to the Meditation Mama podcast. Your support means the world to me. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, subscribe, and share with a loved one. Check out my meditations and all of my offerings at themeditationmama.com and sign up for my newsletter, and you will receive 2 free meditations. I would also love to hear from you. So send me a message on my Instagram at _meditationmama or an email on my website. See you next time.